in the Hebrew, the Old Testament, when it talks about two people that get married or that become in a relationship, it says that he knew them, or he knew her, she knew him. And it's a very deep concept when you start to get into the tree of life and what to know really means. But on a very basic level, to know means you understand. You know them, you understand them. And I think that what's so awesome about, like, it kind of relates to the mirror thing as well. What's so awesome about love is it's not just like, I love him. You know when they say, like, it's like, oh yeah, like, I love that person. But, like, it's not just like a noun. It's like an ongoing kind of thing. It's like you're not just in love, it's always changing. And I think what's cool is that I kind of look at it as like you kind of get into like a partnership and like you're a team, and like you're making a decision that you're gonna like use this person as your greatest mirror, because so to speak, except for yourself, maybe depending on how deep you like to go within your own psyche, only about a few people are going to know you on a very deep level, and one of those people is clearly your spouse. So the way I kind of look at love, especially in you know what, in a friendship sense and in anything sense, is how much do you know them and how much do you understand them, and that involves deep listening and deep care and deep appreciation. Because what's so crazy is that if you look at it like it's stagnant and like the honeymoon stage is the best, it's not true. It's the more you know them, the more you love them, and the more you understand them, the more you love them. And it's so crazy how deep you can go, and just like after years and years and years, it's not like you understand them. Like when people say, for example, that someone's superficial, I kind of laugh at it. I'm like, are you kidding me? No human being on this entire planet is superficial. Maybe on the surface, so to speak, they're not really deep into themselves, but we're human beings. We're like the biggest mystery you could possibly imagine. Everyone is so deep. They're just not necessarily uncovering the deepness within them. So there's not going to be a point in time where you're like, I know my spouse. You know, it's going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And through that other person, like you said with the mirror thing, you're going to see yourself more and more and more. And it's kind of like a never-ending game. You never get to the end of this love because it's a quest and a partnership. But so much of it is just going deeper and deeper and deeper in understanding and constantly being like, wow, this person is a mystery. You know, the same way people say, like, the greatest wisdom is to know that you know nothing and keep going. The greatest love is to just know that as much as you know them now, there's so much more to learn and so much more to understand. And I think that is such an amazing thing to be able to share with somebody in your life, whether it be a good friend, whether it be a teacher, even, and obviously a spouse or a sibling. It's how much do you get to know them. And the more you get to know them, the more you can appreciate them. And I think that's just something so important that I've been trying to figure out is who are the people in my life that I actually care to want to know and to really want to know. Not just like on kind of like a, not even a hey how are you, but not just like on like a the questions that most people ask to them, or just spending time with them in terms of quantity. Like I want to know you. And I think that is the choice of love too, because it's time. It takes time and energy to get to know someone and to get to appreciate them for who they are.
That's a good point. I'll just jump in, and then Jared, if you got a point too. I was going to say, like even the idea. I like what you said. The idea that like love is wanting to get to know someone. Like love is time, so to speak. Like love is something that like grows through our experiences and everything like that. And love is trust, and love is understanding, and love is acceptance in a lot of ways. And I think just kind of from my own personal perspective, I think it's really interesting how a lot of people, they have different flavors of love that they prefer. And some people will almost, when you're talking about relationships, some people will, whether they do it consciously or subconsciously, they will go into a relationship where it's just kind of, you have that honeymoon phase at the